Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary and high school age. Today I'm joining in on a collaboration with Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way, all about the digital tools that we use in our homeschool. So let's get started. Okay guys, we are definitely a tech-heavy family. We use a lot of tech tools in our home and in our homeschool, and that is what we're going to be chatting about today. So I'm going to share some of my favorite tools. The first one is the Wacom drawing tablet, and we got these for my older 2 kids years ago. I can't even remember when. I think Jack might have been 7 maybe. I think he might have been 7 when we got these. And the reason that we got them was partly because my kids love drawing and animation, and partly because Jack is a lefty. And he does much better when he is using the tablet for drawing or math calculations or whatnot, rather than when he uses pen and paper or pencil and paper. So that is my first tool. It is so helpful. Jack uses it every day when he does teaching textbooks. You can use it with a scratch pad. It's essentially like a mouse with a pen. But it also works great with Adobe and any sort of animation or digital drawing. It's a very useful tool that we use every single day. So that is the first one. The next few are relating to books. The first one is Audible. We do have a subscription to Audible. I tend to purchase the year-long subscriptions whenever they go on sale. So we don't pay a monthly fee. We pay like an upfront price for a year. And then we have access to all of the Audible Plus catalog, as well as a certain number of credits to purchase audiobooks. Sometimes I will buy audiobooks that are specific to homeschool, that I know they are books that we're going to read in our homeschool, but they're not a book that I want to specifically read, so I will get it for my kids. Sometimes they are just great series like Harry Potter. Sometimes they are books that I really want to have on audio, which are a lot of the Sarah J. Maas books and Rebecca Yarros' Fourth Wing. I have all of those. So if it's a book that I really love, I will oftentimes get the audio version as well so that I can listen to it when I'm walking. The next one is Kindle Unlimited, which I do subscribe to. And I love this because in the high school levels, there are a lot of books in the high school levels of Sunlight that are on Kindle Unlimited, and it makes it easier for my oldest to read at night. She likes to read at night, and sometimes she will be reading those books at night, especially as we have gotten into like the classical literature, which we did last year. There were a lot of books available on Kindle Unlimited, and sometimes trying to read that literature during the day, there's too many distractions. So having it on the Kindle at night, it's just easier, and reading on a Kindle in bed is so much easier than reading with a physical book, in my opinion. The next is a free service through our library, and that is Hoopla. They have audiobooks, they have documentaries, they have ebooks and movies and music. They have all kinds of things. We primarily use it for the audiobooks. I will always look on Hoopla first to see if the audiobook is available before I purchase it on Audible. But essentially what I do each year is I will go through all of our book lists, and I will write where I can find audio versions. Because Sunlight is so literature heavy, there are so many books each year. There are a lot of times that I will default to audiobooks instead of me reading the books, or I will give my older kids a pass. Instead of reading 26 physical books, they'll choose 15 to read, and then they'll listen to the other ones. And sometimes it's easier to go through some of the more difficult books, especially as we've moved through the high school levels, for my oldest to listen to it rather than reading it. She's a very empathetic person, and there's a difference for her for listening, between listening and physically reading the book. She still comprehends everything and understands everything about the book and answers all the questions. But some of the more emotionally draining books, her listening to them, it's a little bit easier for her. So I always check all of the book lists that we are using on Hoopla if there are options available, especially then I don't have to necessarily purchase the book if I can just get it on Hoopla. There are other library apps that different libraries have. Libby is one that we do not have, and Overdrive is another one, which we do have access to, but we mainly use Hoopla. The next thing that is something that we use every day is the Adobe Suite, the Creative Cloud Adobe Suite. I love this service. We subscribe to the student version. We have for, I don't know, since 2016, I think, 2017, we've subscribed to the Adobe Suite, and all of my kids use it. Well, Lucy doesn't, but I use it, and Emma and Jack both use it. Emma uses it extensively for her digital art and animation. Jack also uses it for all of his video editing and Photoshop. It's a lot of fun, and I definitely think it is worth it. I will have links for all of these things in the description box if you are interested in checking them out. The next one that we have is Skillshare. Skillshare is like a digital class service. There are all kinds of different online classes that you can take, all kinds of different art programs, coding, computer coding, as well as business related things, marketing, all of that kind of stuff. I love Skillshare. We've been using them since 2019, and there are so many fun classes. You definitely have to check them out ahead of time. So I definitely think that if you use Skillshare, do not just let your kids, if they're little, go on and choose classes, because there is some inappropriate content. There aren't any parental controls, I don't think, in Skillshare. So I always vet the classes, but it's a perfect way. If my kids have an interest in something, it's a great way for me to introduce that interest to them on a more formal way to see if it's something that they are actually interested in or if it was just like a passing fancy for them. So I love that service. I do have a coupon code, so I will look for that and leave it also in the description box. The next one that we have is World Watch. That is our current events. We have been using World Watch since the beginning. I was actually on their launch team, and I love World Watch. I think it is a great Christian worldview current events program. I think they offer a monthly subscription. We just do the yearly subscription, and it is something that my kids really enjoy every day. The next one is Curiosity Stream, which is a documentary streaming service. They have so many different documentaries. They have all the crash courses. They do have parental controls, so you can set the limits as to what you want your kids to have access to. Tons of stuff about technology, science, history, pretty much anything that you can think of. There is information on it available on Curiosity Stream. I absolutely love this service. We've been subscribing to them for years. When my kids are sick or when I'm sick and I still want them to be doing something, we will put on a documentary. There's a ton of nature documentaries that we've gone through for Lucy in elementary, and my older kids have done a lot with US history and a lot of World War II and World War I documentaries. So lots of exciting stuff on there. Absolutely love it. And that is the last digital tool that we use in our homeschool. I'm sure there are more if I sit down, but those are the ones that we use pretty much every day. And they're so helpful for us to have available. I really enjoy them. I know a lot of people will use OutSchool. My kids haven't been interested in OutSchool at all. We do also use some online curriculum like teaching textbooks, and my oldest does chemistry and Spanish 3 through BJU Press. That is another great online resource if you are interested in whole curriculum, especially for high school. I really enjoy it for high school. So that's where I'm going to leave off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear what digital tools you use in your own homeschool. I'm going to leave a link to the playlist in the description box so you can see what other homeschool moms are using for digital tools. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.